Hey, it's me, Lanio. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick little video about how I rate books on Goodreads. At the moment there's a lot of people talking about the fact that they're not going to be rating on Goodreads anymore, or they're not going to be using Goodreads anymore, or with the whole challenge thing they're just going to literally like do one book challenge. So I thought it was kind of like an important discussion to have, I guess, and sort of let you guys get into my head a little bit and find out why I rate the books like the way I rate them. That's words. So yes, I've got my notebook here, which is a very nice notebook from Paperchase. I'm not sponsored by them, I just really like Paperchase. So yeah, I'm just going to start. DNF, which means did not finish. Basically, for me, it's just a book that is so bad that I cannot finish it. I rarely DNF, just because I tend to curate my books very carefully, but it happens. It does happen. It happens to everyone. I'm not perfect. And so if I'm really not enjoying a book, I will put it down. I will DNF it. 1 star. This is for books that I didn't like, but I finished it because I wanted to know the ending, or there was some element, some sort of part of the book that was compelling me to finish it. 2 stars, I liked the book but didn't enjoy all of it, so obviously there were elements that I liked, but as a whole I didn't like the book. So say, you know, the characters, so say the characters, I'd fallen in love with the characters but I didn't like the plot, or there were bits, so it was talking about like racism or asexuality that I really enjoyed, but the rest of the book wasn't as strong. 3 stars, this is getting onto like the books that I enjoyed, but this, for me, the 3 star is an average book. I might or might not pick it back up again. So obviously it's got more elements, it's sort of getting more cohesive, like the elements and the overall book are aligning more, I guess, becoming perfect, you know, getting into perfect harmony or whatever. So, you know, the 3 is my middle ground. 4 stars, I really enjoyed this book, so the individual elements and the overall story are working together more. Something might be missing. I say might because sometimes I give a book 4 stars and I just think, yeah, that was a good 4 stars. And, you know, there's nothing missing or anything, it just didn't affect me as much as a 5-star book would. But yeah, sometimes I give books 4 stars just because, you know, if they'd added something else, it would have kicked it into 5 stars. And last but not least, 5 stars. So everything works perfectly together. I felt all of the feels, like so many emotions, you know, crying, laughing, whatever. This isn't to say that any of the other ratings, you know, haven't affected me emotionally, but this one, you know, I've recognised that. You know, that's the reason why it's 5 stars, because it's hit me so hard. Obviously this is a book that I have loved, you know, a book that I'm gonna reread. You know, not to say, again, that I won't be rereading any of the other star rated books, but yeah, a 5 star is definitely something that I will go back to again and again. And finally, all I wanted to say is basically I always rate from my gut, so I get this feeling while I'm reading and I try and ignore it because I don't want to sort of jinx it, I guess. And I don't want to, you know, ruin my enjoyment of the book by going, okay, yeah, this is a 2-star book, it's definitely a 2-star book, or maybe it's a 3-star book, internal monologuing. So basically, you know, once I've read this book, you know, I get this gut feeling and I think, yeah, that was a 4-star. And I sort of just go with that. I don't really think about it, I guess, unless, you know, the book has stayed with me and I've given it like a 4, and then say a couple of days later or a couple of weeks later it's like, you know what, that's actually a 5. I'm gonna put it up to a 5. So yeah, also I want to talk about half ratings, because you might have noticed that I tend to do sort of 4.5 or 4.75, 3.75, etc. I do sort of half ratings. And this for me is just, it's mainly nearer the top, so I mainly do things like 4.5 because there's just a tiny little element missing. Like if that element had been in there, it would have been perfect, but I don't want to rate it, you know, a solid 4 because it was good. Like a 4.75 is like, it's so near perfect that it's just, I don't want to rate it a 4 because it wasn't a 4. Because it's almost a 5, but it's not quite a 5. And I'm getting like really like emotional about this. But no, so my half ratings are just to convey that, you know, it's so close to perfection, or it's so close to hitting that mark, but it's not quite there. And I guess it's for books that you know, make me feel that way, I guess. I mean, sort of the 2 stars, you know, 3 and below, they don't, I've never really thought, yeah, let's put some half-star ratings, just because I feel like I'm very concrete about those. They're, yep, that's it. They're 3, 2, 1, you know? Whereas 4 and 5 are so closely linked, they're so closely related that, yeah, I need that sort of difference, I guess. But yes, so that's how I rate books on Goodreads. Let me know in the comments below how you guys rate books on Goodreads, or do you use Goodreads at all? What are you doing for your Goodreads challenge this year? I've decided to do, I think, 25 books. I started with 20 in 2016, and then I upped it to 50, and then I possibly upped it to 75, I can't remember, my brain. But this year I've just put it down to 25 just because I don't want to do 1, because it feels like it's cheating. I mean, all props to everybody who wants to put it at 1 because, you know, it takes the stress out of it, but for me, I'm like, no, I'll put it at 25 because I know I'm going to read 25 books this year. So yeah, let me know down below if you guys are doing that at all. And yeah, hopefully you found this useful, and hopefully, yeah, it's given you a bit of an insight into how I rate my books. Okay guys, signing off for now. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Jesus, so awkward.